Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning everyone. So today I'm going to discuss and share with you guys what is Prisma in academic writing. So without any further ado, let's discuss about it. So when we are writing a systematic review, it is actually a hassle for us to deal with so many papers. So that is why Prisma has been created to us. It's actually important to follow a structured approach so that we can structure our systematic review systematically. So Prisma helps researchers to clearly show how studies were selected, assessed, and reported. Now, let's have a look what Prisma is all about and how it works. So, what is Prisma? Prisma stands, or it is short for Preferred Reporting Items for Systematic Reviews and Meta-Analysis. Wow, it's a very long title. So, it provides a checklist and a flow diagram to help authors report their research process clearly. It does not help you to find the papers for your research. It helps you to organize what you have found. You have to understand that you cannot say that Prisma helps you to find your needed paper. No, that's not what Prisma is all about. Prisma helps you to organize whatever it is that you have found. So that's where when you have found all your research, all your articles that you need, you use Prisma to structure and organize the papers. Okay. So the purpose of Prisma, the first one is we want to ensure transparency in how studies were identified and selected. And then we help readers and reviewers to understand and replicate the review process. So we want them to know, or we have found how many articles, and then from how many articles, which are similar, how many papers are similar to each other and whatnot. So we want them to understand the process, and then improve the quality and consistency of reporting in systematic review. Okay, and then when do we use Prisma? It's actually very simple. When you have already found all your articles, okay, you have all found all your articles. So Prisma is used in systematic reviews, the first one, and then meta-analysis, second one. Scoping reviews, we use with Prisma SCR extension. And then the last one is any research that involves reviewing and summarizing multiple studies. So those who might have trouble in writing your literature review, this Prisma can be very helpful. So, the Prisma checklist. So, the Prisma 2020 checklist includes 27 items. The first one is title and abstract. The second one is introduction and rationale. The third one is methods for identifying the studies. The fourth one is study selection and data collection. And then results and synthesis of findings. And then the last one is discussion and conclusion. So, the key features of Prisma is it follows, okay, I'm sorry, the flow diagram visualizes the selection process of studies in 4 stages. It shows us the 4 stages of study selection. The first one is identification, and then the second one screening, eligibility, and inclusion. You will see this later. Okay, so see. So we start with studies included in the synthesis, and then we go up, 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 or you can also go down, down, down. What I mean by down is we started with records identified through database searching. First, we have 500 articles, let's say, and then the duplicates we have around 100. So we have to state that we have 100 duplicates. So we have now 400 articles, and then after the 400 articles, we record screened, and we still have 400. So we exclude how many articles are not suitable for us to be used, 50. So we have 350 now. And then full text article access for eligibility, we only have 50. See, you see the numbers is going down and down and down based on the flow. And then full article, a full text article excluded 30, and students are included in qualitative synthesis 20. So this is one of the flow chart that you can follow, but there are many. So I'm going to show you one after this. Okay. And then flow diagram example, I will explain it again. So 500 records were identified from databases. Okay, earlier we said just now, and the 100 duplicates were removed. 400 records were screened and 350 excluded. So 50 full text articles were assessed and only 30 excluded. So at the very last, only 20 articles were included in the final review. So it makes it easier for you to identify which articles is usable and which articles is not usable for your purpose. So what are the benefits of using Prisma? The benefits of using Prisma, the first one is promotes clarity and transparency, and it helps you to avoid bias in study selection, and also makes it easier for others to replicate your work, and then enhances the credibility of your research, because people will know whether you are using good articles or you are using low quality article and whatnot. So Prisma helps you a lot in organizing your research. Okay, we're going to talk about this later because I'm going to show you now one thing about how to use Prisma. Okay, let's get to it. For you to create your own Prisma flow diagram is by going to Shiny Apps. This is what I love to use. So just click on the app, just click on the link, and then you can see that there's many options for you. So my personal favorite is just to create the flow diagram. Just click over here, and then you can see there are many things that you can put your own data here. So like I have explained earlier, we have the first part, which is the identification, and then we have the screening part, and also we have the included part. So what you have to do is very simple. All you have to do is you identify whether you have previous studies in your articles or not. So if you say that it's included, just click on included, and then if you say that it's not included, just put on that not included. It will change based on what we have. It will change based on whether you have your previous studies or not. Okay, and then other researchers for studies, so you can say, you can also click included or not included, and then we can go one by one. So we can go in the identification part first, and then the screening part first, and then the included parts. So when you have filled in everything, you have the database. Okay, let's say the database, you have you start with 500 articles, and then for website you have around 20 websites. Okay, so you see what I'm talking about. And then duplicates remove is that you see how many papers you have, how many papers are duplicated with one another. So you type in here. At the end of the product, you will have a very clear and a very concise Prisma flowchart that will help you to see how many articles that you have, how many articles that you have screened, and how many new studies and new reports that you have included in your article. In your writing. So I hope that this sharing session will be beneficial for you guys, and hope that you will start using Prisma as part of your writing journey. That is all from me. Thank you very much.